Oh, hello! Welcome back to my Chanel. So if you're new here, hi, my name is Heather, and I dress like this, but I used to dress like this. And today I'll be talking about my style evolution, how I got into dressing more alternative or goth. And that's actually one of the most commonly asked questions that I get asked across all of my social media. And this video is also a paid advertisement for Truly Beauty. And they are a company that creates vegan hair, body, and skincare products. So they sent me their Blueberry Kush collection, so fancy, to try for free, and I've been liking it a lot. I'm really good about taking care of my skin when it comes to my face, but I kind of forget about the rest of my body. Oops. So I'll be 80 and have a smooth face, but then just wrinkles everywhere else. So thankfully, most of the products that they sent me are for the body. And I'll be getting into all of the products and my thoughts about them throughout the video. And if you'd like to shop with them, you can use the code TrulyHB05 to get 15% off your order. So apparently ever since I was like 6 or 7, I would always want to change my clothes and have multiple outfits throughout the day. I still do this. And I wore dresses, your typical feminine and girly clothes until I went to grade school. Then I put my little foot down and I refused to wear skirts. I would only wear pants. I have no idea why. So I was the only girl in my grade and school who wore pants on an everyday basis. And I stood out even more than you would think because I went to a private Catholic school and we had uniforms. So all the other girls wore skirts. I also remember dressing like a tomboy when I got older because I thought for some reason that would make me more relatable to the guys that I liked and then they'd like me back. It didn't work. And throughout my whole life I've always liked wearing black, but I used to wear a lot more color. And I'd say my style was pretty normal in the beginning. I tried to follow whatever trends were popular at the moment, do whatever everyone else was doing. And speaking of doing what everyone else is doing, I feel like CBD oil has popped up in skincare and a lot of things everywhere the past couple of years. And all of the products that Truly Beauty sent me have CBD oil in them. But the first product that I love and have been using nonstop since I got it is the Blueberry Kush Body Scrub. I used this today in the shower before I got ready for this video. The smell is so good. It's like a nice, subtle, fresh blueberry scent. It's not overpowering, which is nice. So this is a sugar-based scrub that's supposed to detoxify your skin, illuminate, exfoliate, all this good stuff. And I am a huge fan of sugar scrubs. I use them all the time. They're definitely a staple of my shower routine. But this one is unique in the fact that when you start to massage it in, it has the typical sugar scrub texture to it, but then after a while it turns into what feels like a body wash or a body treatment. And I've never experienced that before with the sugar scrub. It usually just feels kind of gritty and then you wash it off, but this actually turns into what feels like a soap, which is kind of cool. The other thing I like about this is that it feels gentle on your skin, but it definitely does a great job of exfoliating. I also love how clean and streamlined the packaging itself is. The jar itself is made out of glass, so it feels nice and sturdy, and I just always tend to reach for this when I'm in the shower now. This has the oil of 1,000 blueberries, vegan collagen, cannabis, sativa, organic coconut, and an AHA/BHA boost. So I love this scrub. I think it's awesome. So I was definitely a rebellious little child when it came to my style in the beginning. But as I got older and I entered middle school, high school, I found that I wanted to fit in more. I wanted to be pretty and have a boyfriend. So a lot of, if not all, my fashion choices stemmed from that. I'm not proud to say it, but that's just how it was. So I pretty much just wore whatever was cool or in at the moment. Converse were cool, so I wore Converse. And then, when attempting to be pretty failed in getting me a guy, I tried my tomboy stage. And you can probably tell I look very angry in these photos, because that also did not work. But towards the end of high school, inexplicably, I did get me a man. And we went to his prom because he went to a different school and he was older. I was very proud of that fact. Look how cute I was. He is now happily married with several children. And then in the last year of high school, I started being a little more fashion conscious. And I never really felt pretty or confident until my senior year of high school. Now this is me going to my prom at my high school, and I just remember feeling so confident and so pretty with my straight hair and that dress. And then I went to college, which was awesome because I lived on campus, which meant I could do whatever I wanted, and more importantly, I could wear whatever I wanted. And during college is where I first discovered that goth people, alternative people, even existed. Now what I find very flattering is that I've posted a couple of pictures on social media of me in college, and people have commented saying, "Oh my gosh, you haven't changed, you haven't aged a bit," which is very kind. Thank you. It's clearly because I'm a vampire. But I do try to take good care of my face. So I was very excited to try the Blueberry Kush CBD face oil. Now this has 300 milligrams of CBD in here and also the oil of 1,000 blueberries. Now this little baby's supposed to hydrate your skin, detoxify it, illuminate it. I just started using facial oils in my skincare about a year or so ago, and I do not like when they have a strong smell. And I'm very happy that this is more subtle. It does smell like blueberries, but it's very faint, and then when I put it on my face, I don't even notice it. I love the whole aesthetic of the bottle with the glass dropper and the color of the oil itself. The dropper makes it super easy to apply. Now what I usually do to apply is I take a few drops, I put it in my hand, and then rub my hands together, and then I just pat it all over my face and neck. And it leaves my face looking all hydrated and glowy, so this is definitely great for dry skin, which I have. So this is now part of my daily routine. So in college I started off dressing fairly normal, still following the trends. I also had a year where, for those of you who don't know, I was raised Roman Catholic. I went super modest and I would only wear oversized shirts that said "God is love," pants or shorts that went down past my knees. Pretty much modest is hottest was my style motto. I was also a counselor for a Catholic summer camp. But towards my junior and senior year of college, I started caring more about fashion and wanting to look more classy. And here again, I would change my outfits about 2 or 3 times a day. Just because I could and I had so many outfit ideas, I didn't want to limit myself to just one look per day. So one might say I was a little extra. Then I started getting this reputation on campus for being a really good dresser, and that helped to boost my confidence. And I thought, oh, I must really know what I'm doing if other people are complimenting me and saying that I'm like the best dressed person on campus, which was very flattering. And around that time is when I discovered the Gothic community, and I discovered it via Pinterest. I had never seen anyone look like that before, and I was shocked, but also intrigued. I wish I could remember exactly how it happened, but since it was Pinterest, I'm sure I was just scrolling through my feed and then some Gothic models just popped up one day. So I clicked and then fell down the Gothic rabbit hole. But I did not jump straight in at first. I did definitely start dressing more dark and having darker makeup, like I would wear a lot of dark red lipstick. I started experimenting with eyeliner, and I started wearing all black outfits in addition to my colorful ones. And I also did some modeling as well during college, and that was my first time in front of a camera in a professional studio. I also volunteered to be the model for a lot of photography classes happening as well. Now, my senior year was when I really started dressing more goth and looking more alternative. I started thrifting, I started building my collection of black clothing, chokers, accessories. But before then, I was definitely more of a modest dresser, even before my whole very religious, modest, God is love t-shirts only phase. So for the first time, I started showing more skin and dressing a little more scandalous. Speaking of skin, segue! Mine is very dry, and I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but I've had a big red scaly spot on my right leg, gosh, I don't even know, for months now. And I'll see if I can find it in any of my more recent clothing YouTube videos, but it was very noticeable to me, so I tried to hide it as much as I could. And I was trying all kinds of different moisturizers, oils, treatments to try to help it, but nothing worked. And I do not know what caused it in the first place. It was very random. It was just this one spot of skin. Nowhere else in my body had this. It almost looked like I had been burned. But I tried using the body oil and the body lotion from the Blueberry Kush collection. These two together, for whatever reason, have made my red spot look so much better. It looks completely different from how it has the past couple of months. So I'm gonna guess that the CBD oil had something to do with it. So it's not 100% healed yet, but I am definitely gonna keep using this combination, and I'm really excited to see a difference because nothing else I tried even made a difference. So this is the body oil, which also has the oil of 1,000 blueberries in it, 300 milligrams of CBD. Now, my favorite thing about this is that it has no smell whatsoever. And I love that because if I want to add a different lotion on top of it, the smells won't clash. And sometimes I just prefer a product with no smell. Now this is hydrating, detoxifying, illuminating. And then there is also the Blueberry Kush lotion. This also has 300 milligrams of CBD and 1,000 blueberries. This also hydrates, detoxifies, and illuminates. So once I noticed the difference in my leg, I started applying these every day. And I do tend to be very forgetful with my skincare, so even if I couldn't apply this all over my body, I would just put a few drops of this on my red spot and then follow that up with the moisturizer at least every day before bed. Now the lotion itself does have a smell. This smells like blueberries, but it's a very fresh, pleasant scent, and it is not overpowering at all, which is great. So aside from my red spot being helped by these, I noticed that there is a difference in my skin texture when I use these every day, especially if I use these right after the shower. So needless to say, I am a big fan of both of these, and I cannot wait to see if they completely heal my red spot. So when I did start changing my style to be more goth or alternative, my makeup was the first thing I experimented with. I started wearing dark red and black lipstick, lots of eyeliner, darker colors of eyeshadow, and it was really exciting for me because I was the only goth person on campus. There were a few alternative people, but they were more punk, so I was the only goth. So here are some of my early goth outfits. They're not bad. Some of them I would definitely wear again. Lots of fishnets, corset tops, skirts, and a lot of the jewelry that I got then I still wear and use today. And this was my outfit for my senior presentation. I was a double major in fine art and graphic design, so this was my senior show. Now, my boyfriend at the time was not a fan of this new look that I had going on, but then he dumped me. So, as a big screw you to him, I went full goth, and I actually went so far as to have a photo shoot arranged showing me in all my gothic glory just to show him how well I was doing. I started taking modeling more seriously, and I started practicing my makeup every single day and posting it to social media every single day. And I worked with a couple of different photographers, and that's when I started to get noticed on Instagram, which kind of propelled me into working with more companies. And the rest is history. I started to get more followers and grow, so I made my YouTube channel. And the first video I ever made and published here was a gothic outfits video. It's a little cringy, but it's very nostalgic for me, so I don't think I'll ever take it down. And after that I started getting better at taking my own pictures because unfortunately I had some bad experiences with a few photographers. I just learned how to do my own shoots to avoid getting creeped on, and I have been happy with that ever since. And my style just got better and better as the years went on, and I got to try a whole bunch of different things to kind of narrow down what I felt most comfortable in and most confident. Which brings us to the present time. And here are a few recent outfits that I've had. And I've actually been getting more and more into wearing color again, along with continuing all my goth looks. So my style has been about 6 or 7 years in the making, and I would not change a thing. And there is no better feeling than looking how you want and being able to express yourself and then being happy because of that. And I've seen a lot of comments on my videos lately, specifically the clothing ones, saying, "Oh, I could never wear something like that. I wish I could dress that way. I just don't have the confidence." And if you really want to, you can. It is very hard to be different. I'm not gonna lie to you and say that it's easy, because it's not. I live in a small town and I've been honked at, catcalled, called names, been treated with disdain, disgust, you name it. But I value my own personal happiness more than I do the opinions of strangers. And I just want that kind of happiness for all of you. I want you to be able to be happy in expressing yourself and dressing however the heck you want to, whether it be goth or pastel, Lolita, punk, whatever it is. Being your true authentic self is the best feeling in the world, and I hope you get to experience that. So that about wraps it up for my style evolution video. Thank you so much to Truly Beauty for sponsoring this. I really do love all of the products that they sent me. And I am excited to be taking better care of my skin. So if you'd like to shop with them, don't forget to use the code TrulyHB05 that gets you 15% off your entire order. And if you enjoyed hearing about my style evolution, don't forget to check out all of my other clothing and style videos. I'll leave them up in the cards. I hope you're having a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!